Oh, gross. This is a quick video. We are, I don't even know what I called this video. I don't even know why I did it. Oh man, those are terrible. Ah, disgusting. Matt Henry keeps buying these garbage. They're just, you know what they are? And I hate to be insulting. Well, I don't necessarily hate to be insulting, and sometimes I am insulting. Not that I do it intentionally. It's more of a Don Rickles thing. These people, they make these homemade stuff, and I think they're non-gluten, or they just have no taste. You know, they're just a bland cookie. They're just disgusting. So, I don't know why I'm doing a live stream today. I really don't. Plus, I think I got it on the wrong channel. I did. This is on the wrong channel. Yeah, I got this on channel 2. Yeah. Yeah, I got this on the wrong channel. That's why I don't have anybody watching it. That was a mistake. Sometimes I wonder if my brain is on. So I forgot when I did this live stream that I have this on channel 2. Well, channel 2 is where I get to just talk to people. And, well, we'll just leave that alone. Yeah, we won't go live on that other one. Let's just keep it on this one. So channel 2 is where I can be more honest, and because I don't have the exposure that I have on channel 1, because I don't have 10,000 subscribers on this channel. So I can be a little bit more open on situations, and I can talk about political and just kind of like open up and talk to you on channel 2 a little bit better than I can on channel 1, because channel 1 is 10,000 subscribers. You can't really do as much commentary as you would like, and therefore I can expound a little bit more. I was watching a video last night of the shooting of Donald Trump, and so I want to reenact this of the shooting, basically of me standing right at you. So the bullet, when what's his name aimed at Trump through his scope and everything, he aimed at Donald Trump's right eye. So if you imagine that bullet basically going in a direct line right to his eye, okay, so the trajectory was basically to his eye, okay, and is kind of more like this. It was ahead of like an angularly, and all he did, this is what is really, and I hate to say, I don't want to be over paranoid and speaking of, biblically proportioned, divine providence, the hand of God touching him. But people, I tell you, people have to understand that this bullet it literally, if you watch the video, it's less than a second. Trump does this. As the bullet went out of the gun, it is traveling through space toward Trump, and Trump is lined up right like this. And just as that bullet gets close to his head, he does this. And that bullet goes right next to his ear and take his ear. Literally in a blink of an eye. Now, I know there's a lot of people that hate Donald Trump. And I've always said that, like, for example, listen to all the pundits on TV, all the newscasters, especially Joe Scarborough and what's her name, Valinsky or whatever her name is. There is a video out that's now surfacing about her in love with Donald Trump, and he came onto the set, and she just just was like, "Oh, Donald, I love you so much." She wanted to touch his hair. Now, to me, what that shows is complete hypocrisy, okay? Complete hypocrisy, okay? A very key comment that Donald Trump made to Ron, or Donald Jr., I think Donald Jr. and Eric. He said to these boys, I don't know I think it was Donald. He said to Donald just before he was coming down the stairs, okay? He said to Donald, he goes, now we know, or now we're going to know, who our true friends are. Okay? And as they went down the stairs, you could see who his true friends are. Joe Scarborough and what's her name? What's her name? What's that girl's name with John Scarborough? Brzezinski or something? Go watch the video of her literally falling over Donald Trump, wanting to hug him. Oh, please, let me check your hair. It's almost sickening. So, you know, people can say what they want. Come on, man. Come on, man. I mean, and I've said this, and I know I've already lost a lot of people. I just wanted to talk today. A lot of people I was trying to edit my comment. I just ask people that don't like Donald Trump, go listen to old videos of him 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago. He's the same guy. He's just changed on certain issues. But I'll guarantee you this. Tomorrow night's speech, here's my prediction. Tomorrow night's speech with Donald Trump will be the most watched speech of all history. It will go down as the most viewed, the most watched speech of all times. And I'm just going to give you a prediction. When you are 1 second, when you're 1 second from death, that changes a person. Listen, I was changed, and I wasn't changed completely, but I realized that my life was, how should I say? It wasn't, see, when you're in your 20s, when you're 19, 20, 21, 22, you think anything, you can do anything. And I got in my ultralight airplane on a Saturday morning, okay, my canard style airplane that had a canard in the front, and I take off early Saturday morning in 1980, maybe it was 81, I think, or maybe 82. And I'm flying around 1,000 feet in Connecticut, just flying around. I got an open cockpit. I can look down and see everything around me. I'm watching everything that's going on. I'm seeing the cows graze on the, and I'm just all by myself. No sound. The motors. I thought everything was going to be wonderful. My life was just going to continue, and everything was going to be just peachy. And then I land that airplane at this guy in Milford, or near not Nantucket, but Mystic. He had a dual for each direction of the wind. He had two takeoffs in case the wind is blowing. You could. Well, I was an experienced pilot, and so when I took off, the wind was blowing on my right wing, which was cocking me over. Okay. And I was at about 50 feet, okay? And pretend this is the tree and this is my airplane. I hit that and when I hit the tree, I said to myself, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. And I hit that tree with my left wing, which flipped my airplane around. And I started going down on the highway. There was a 2-lane highway or a 2-lane road. And I said, I'm dead. I'm dead. And the only thing that saved me was, number one, I was inside of this kind of like a strap, like I was just like sitting in this mesh seat because I would move, to help steer. And the canard is what saved my life, the canard style, because the canard was in front, and that's where I could change my pitch and height and everything. That hit the ground first, so that canard hit the ground, it crumpled, and then I just kind of landed on my knees, okay? Literally. And I had an instant migraine too, by the way. And within 10, 20 seconds, I realized that I was alive. And matter of fact, a bus driver was coming up I'm telling you the truth. This actually happened. I know a lot of people say, Brian, you make up stories, and this actually happened. You could, I don't know where you'd find it in the police records. You could probably find it in the police records. But this actually happened. I actually had an airplane crash. I crashed into a tree and I landed on my knees. If you want to look up the airplane I had what you called an American ultralight. That was the name of the airplane. I bought it in 1980. It was called American Ultralight. Unfortunately, the company went out of business because of a lawsuit, which a lot of them do. And this bus driver, elementary bus driver, is driving up the road, and he saw me hit. No, I didn't build it. It was already built. He saw me hit the road. He thought I was a fly, and he goes, I didn't think anybody was going to be alive when you hit that road. And I smacked that road, and that canard just bent right over. My propeller was behind me. And good thing because that propeller could have just chopped me to pieces. But what I'm getting at is that life is very, very short. Okay? That is the only time that I've ever come within seconds of death. Okay? And know it. I mean, I knew that I was going to die. I could see that road. I was 50 feet up in the air. Okay? I mean, if you fall from 50 feet, you're dead. Okay? And I'm going straight down into the highway. I'm thinking, I'm dead. Trump. Okay, we're going to be talking about everything. Yep. So he's talking, and he just turns his head. Yep. And that bullet just grazes his head. Just grazes his ear. In less than a second. Well, let me tell you something. That affects a person. I don't care if he's 8 years old. I don't care if he's 80 years old, 50, 40, 30. When you come to that close of death, you're a different person. You have a completely different perspective. And I guarantee you that he's going to be saying some things tomorrow night that are absolutely going to shock a lot of Americans. They're going to be shocked. It is going to be something you don't want to miss tomorrow night, if you can possibly miss. Now, we are going to have our live stream tomorrow between 6 and 7. That's when we're going to have, I got to talk to Daniel about racing night too, because if we're going to go to 8, most people are going to want to watch, I don't know when his speech is going to be, probably about 9, but we're going to be done before his speech. So everybody, you can watch our race night, and then after that, now tonight is going to be JD Vance. I'm not a completely online with JD Vance. He's not a bad guy. Okay, I don't see him. Mystic, Connecticut. That's right, Mystic. It's a little west of Mystic, or more close to Groton. I'm trying to think of the town. I could tell you the town. Hold on a second. I can tell you the town. Connecticut. Connecticut. Now all of a sudden my Google Maps don't work. No, it's what it is you're trying to pull too much data. There's so much data in these maps. Philadelphia. Now, wouldn't you know it, I can't get that part of Connecticut on my phone right now. Unbelievable. Now, why is that doing that? Well, I think this old phone is a it's I don't know what it is. All right, now I can tell you. Ledyard. It was right. I could tell you the exact road too. Let's see here. We got Groton. Old Saybrook. New London. Here we go. Groton. Center Groton. Ledyard. Yeah, Ledyard. I think I hit. I think I hit on 117. I think I hit the road 117 because there was an airport there, and then Ledyard Center. I came into Ledyard Center, and the police department was right off of Ledyard Center. Ledyard Center, Connecticut is where I went to after I smacked my airplane. I never flew it again. It was I couldn't get parts. I couldn't get parts for it. Because the company went out of business. So, Trump is standing right here at the podium. He turns his head to show the big screen. He just turned his head a little bit. The bullet was right for his eye. All right, the shooter was way over there. And he's talking to everybody like this, and he goes like this. No, he doesn't. He goes like this. Yeah, the podium is here. He's kind of like this, and he turns his head. He turns his head, which shifted the direction of the bullet. It's actually quite amazing if you look at it. And I know there's a lot of people out there that just hate Donald Trump. And I don't understand how you can hate. I mean, I never really liked Bill Clinton, okay? You know, obviously he was much worse than Bill or Trump in the way of women, okay? But one thing I did respect about Bill Clinton is that when the Republicans took control in '94, he understood, I'm not going to get anything done unless I negotiate. And Bill Clinton knew that if he wanted to be a good president, and he was an okay president, I'm not saying he was a great president, but he knew because of the Republicans completely sweeping that he wasn't going to get anything done. And that if he wanted to go down as somewhat as a good president, he'd have to work with the Democrats or with the Republicans. And that's why Newt Gingrich got a lot of legislation, you know, welfare reform, just a lot of things. You know, so I could praise Democrat presidents, okay? Now, Obama, terrible. The man was absolutely terrible for this country. Obamacare has driven up medical prices nearly 50 to 100%. Another great president, I think, was a good president, was JFK. Even though he was only in there for a couple of years, he still was a good president. He understood economics. You don't tax the entrepreneurs. They're the ones that creating all the jobs. That's what I never could understand about this trickle down. You know, I never could understand it. And the biggest example, the biggest example of trickle down really happened during maybe it was Bill Clinton. You know, in Pennsylvania had a yacht tax, and they decided to pass this yacht tax, which I can't remember if it was 10% or 20% tax on yachts. Okay, now these are yachts that the rich buy. Okay, so let's make this very clear. So the rich buy these yachts. It's middle class carpenters, electricians, plumbers. Those are the guys. This is what trickle down is called. Okay, so if you don't understand that one level, it just keeps that hopper is filled, and that hopper just keeps trickling down. It just keeps moving down and down and down. And so if I don't buy, and this is what happened in Pennsylvania, once they jacked those prices up, they couldn't sell any yachts. And where were they buying? They were going buying next door to New Jersey. Maybe it was New Jersey. I can't. But anyways, they were going to the next state. And so the state, all these people say, oh, we're losing our jobs because nobody wants to buy our yachts because of all this stupid tax. And so you have your plumber, which is maybe making, I'll just give you an example. He's maybe making $40, $50 an hour doing the plumbing for this yacht. You got electricians, you got woodworkers making $40 to $50. So now they're taking their money, taking their families out, going to a restaurant. Now they're going to go to restaurants more. Oh man, I got all this money, man. I'm going to go out to dinner more. I'm going to tip more. So now the tipper makes a little bit less. She makes probably about $15, $20 an hour. She's getting, wow, I'm getting all these tips. Wow, that's more money. Wow, I love that. And then now all those tips then are going, she can do more for her family. She might have 2 or 3 kids, maybe 1 kid, she's single. And now she can take them out and they can go to McDonald's maybe more, or Burger King, or Domino's. Maybe they go to a nice fine restaurant once in a while. And it just keeps going down. The money keeps going down. One place it's not going is the government. Because whatever the government takes, they never return it. See ya. Okay, see you later, James Benito. James Benito. And so that's basically what trickle down is. I mean, I don't know how else to say it, because those are the facts. And I don't know why people just don't want to believe the facts, you know. I just, you know, people just say, no, I don't, we need to tax everybody. Okay, they just tax. Well, guess what Elon Musk just did? He's taken SpaceX completely out of California. Do you know how much money that's going to be losing out of California? Do you realize the communities now that are going to lose the tax, the tax base, all the schools? Okay, I mean, I don't understand. Let's see, I'm not going. I was saying goodbye to Mayor. Oh, goodbye to Mayor. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? Uh-oh. But now Elon Musk is taking SpaceX out of California. I mean, that's just, I mean, my sister, or my niece, her husband works for Toyota. He's gotten over 100 patents with Toyota by working with, he's an engineer. And they had to live in California. And when they moved Toyota from California to Texas, they saved billions of dollars, okay? And the amount of money, and it's amazing how California said, see you later. See, what they're doing is they're trying to, and this is the evilness of politicians. They're trying to get rid of the people that really produce, and they're just filling the state with people that don't even work. And so they can just control them. But sooner or later, it's going to finally catch up to them. I think it's going to catch up in November, actually. I think a lot of things are in play in November. I think that a lot of people are finally waking up. I mean, that black woman last night on the Republican about her son being a cop, being stabbed to death, and then the prosecutor did nothing to it. Listen, people, if you're not for law and order and stopping people from stealing, you got serious. You need to reevaluate your moral code. I'll tell you, if somebody tries to come in here, well, I've caught them before. I've caught kids stealing in here before. I dare them to come in here and try to steal from me. Boy, they're going to get a rude awakening. I used to catch kids all the time at Young's newsstand. Matter of fact, it drove me so crazy one day, I went to go get a report from the police station. They gave me a 15-page report of all the times I called them about shoplifting. I go, you got to be kidding. Yep, yeah, you have. You got a problem. I go, oh, you better believe I got a problem. And I nipped it in a butt bag, baby, really big. Because I caught a big ring of them, a bunch of teenagers doing it. I got them all. One kid was holding out and denied it. His dad was getting really mad with me. He said, I'm not taking this anymore. You're accusing my son of stealing, and he's telling you he's not. Let's see. Brian is fired up watching politics rhetoric on the boob tube. There were some good speeches last night. I was bopping before I was watching a movie. And then I said to him, I said, okay, fine. Yellow. Which one are you looking for? For what? Red. That's just, no, green. It's the smallest. There's some in the back. So I had like 6 kids in there. All the kids confessed, okay? All these kids confessed of stealing as a group. And the one dad is saying, listen, I'm sick and tired of you accusing my son. He said he didn't do it. I said, you know what? You're right. I'm sorry. And so I went over, I picked up the phone. I said, I'm calling the police. I'm going to have the police come over here. They can interview each one of your kids. Maybe some of you are innocent. Maybe you're not. It's going to be out of my hands. You guys can pay all the legal fees. I'm out of here. So I reached to the phone, started dialing the number, and the kid that said he had done, I remember this till the day I die. The kid that said he did not do it, he started crying. He goes, I did it. His dad looked at him so like he was going to kill him. I said, okay, good. And I said, well, here's what you're all going to do. Because if I decide to take this to court, it's going to cost you $80 just in court fees. This was back in 1987 or 89 or 1990. And I said, they're going to do $70 worth of labor. Basically, I think it was like $7 an hour. So about 20 hours of work, they're going to come in here and going to clean my store, put away magazines, throw away trash. And every one of them, I got over 200 hours of free labor. Because I could have just sent them to court and they would have to pay all the legal costs. I wouldn't have to pay anything. But yes, this is today was just a day I just wanted to blow off some stuff. We do have some great slot cars. So if you're wanting the slot cars, I just did a video earlier today about guns, toy pew pew items. We also have these in stock. These are still in stock, and these are limited editions. Only 2.5 million of them made. And then we only have a couple of these left. The car that we have the least amount of is this one here. No, is this one here? No, is this one here. Let's see, which one was the least of? Oh, yeah. This one right here is one we have least of. And this is SC357. So if you don't have 357, you better get them right now, okay? And my favorite of the 357 is this one right. I just love the color. So that's 357 slot cars. Make sure you get that right now, Protinkertoys.com. And then also get your Badman. I'm not worried about selling these Badmans. If you want to get one now, that's fine. But in about a year or 2 years, everybody's going to, where are these Badmans? Do you have any Badmans? I go, yep, we got some Badmans right here. There's a Badman right there. You want one? Go online right now and buy one. Yes, sir, we buy. We're the only stores got Badman. Come down. We come down right now. Now, who day, mama, when you going down now or no day. I just never. I never. When I talked to my parents, and one day my dad would come down and he told me, "You better get down right now." So, I'm just saying that the split second that happened is kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy. It's almost eerie. Because he turns his head. And that changes the trajectory of that bullet, of where it's going to go in less than a second. Because the bullet, if you watch the bullet or the video, the bullet has already been fired. Then you see him turn, and then he goes down. Now the media is claiming, oh, this is, super hype. And then you got Jeff Black. I will never see another movie of Jeff Black. I will never support any movie that he's in. I will never, ever support anything that he needs to be punished for what he said. Not what he said, but how he agreed with what his partner said on screen, on stage. These people, they live in a fantasy world. These Hollywood elites, they literally have no idea how we think. And we're the ones that are paying their salaries. Well, no more. I'm not paying for, if I hear that he's in something, I am done. I'm not watching it. Okay. It was Kyle that put his foot in his mouth. Yeah, but he didn't denounce it. And now all of a sudden, both Kyle and him, they're all just, hello, Blue Oval Racing. I love Blue Oval Racing. Oh, Blue Oval, Blue Oval, Blue Oval is here. Alrighty, now for some people that maybe have never watched this live stream, my name is Brian Young, and I'm the owner of Protinkertoys.com. Protinkertoys.com. And we do a lot of exclusives because we sell two items a lot of. One item is toy guns. I can't show you the toy gun on a live stream because YouTube's algorithms and algorithms and all their stupid analytics will ban me and shut me down. So we sell two items in our store. We have other items, but two items we sell a ton of, and that is toy guns, toy cap guns, wooden rubber band guns, and slot cars. And this is one of my slot cars. This is called the Motoramic 1955 Bel Air. Beautiful car. And these are available on our website at all times. That is just one of 49 cars. How many of you would like me to show you all 49 cars? Let's see. Jeff Black has expressed his dislike for Mr. Trump in no uncertain terms. Oh, I totally agree, Robert Fish. Okay. I totally agree. And you can have your political opinion, okay, until it crosses the line, okay? See, here's the difference between Hollywood of the 30s, 40s, 50s, until 1960, until really 69, is that you could have your political differences, like John Wayne was very conservative. A lot of actors, they would work different, and they worked fine. There was no problem. You had your conservative actors, you had your liberal actors, and Democrat, Republican, everything was fine, okay? It changed right after Bill Clinton got president. I'm telling you, I saw it happen in Bowling Green. It radically changed, okay? I mean, dramatically. But he's made his bed and letting him lie in it. Okay, do you remember Motorific? Oh, Motorifics are my favorite toy, next to slot cars. I used to have the largest Motorific set. I used to have the Motorific boats. I love the Motorific boats. If somebody came out with Motorific, okay, it would be an instant hit. I would buy it all, okay? I would collect all the bodies, but see, here's the problem with Motorific. It came out in the 60s. There was no licensing. They just did as many cars as they wanted. They didn't have to worry about licensing. And nowadays, you all had stupid with this licensing, okay? I would do it, but I wouldn't put any name on cars. I would just say, I would just call them, nostalgic or classic muscle cars, or classic 1950s classics, okay? And just put them out and not worry about labeling them, because people are going to know what they are. You're going to know what a Mustang is. You're going to know what a 55 Bel Air is. You're going to know what a Chevelle is. You're going to know what a Pinto is. You're going to know all these cars. But Motorific, with those little boats, cabin cruisers, oh my gosh. Give me 100 of them. Give me 100 of them. I mean, it's kind of similar to what these are. We sell these, okay? These guys have got it. These are RC. I mean, these are RC where you can control them. All you have to do is motorifics. You just put them in the water and they just run around. But the boats had cool motors. Oh, they had the great motors. Same motors that were in the cars. They were basically the same motors that are in Tyco cars, really. Oh, yeah, all the original motorific. Oh, my gosh. Don't go down that road with me. Please, don't. Oh, I feel sick now. You're making me sick. I feel quizzy. All right, do you want me to show you the cars again? You want me to go through all the cars again? Here's another one that we're very low on. It looks like a real motor. Yes, it did. Did you lose them in a plane crash? No, I did not lose them in a plane crash. So this is a truck that we are very low on. And that is the Petty Semi and his car. Look at that, isn't that nice? These are very low quantities. Very low quantities. You want to get these before they're gone, because there's a lot of them that are almost out. We've got the Fred Lorenzo car. This came out about 10 years ago, and I just redid it. Breaking news. Homeland Security, IG investigation, Social Security. One of your better cars, that's right. Brian, you truly love toys. No, it's not. I loved toys when I was a kid. So here's what happened when I was about 17. I was in Connecticut. I'm 17 years old. And I'm in Connecticut. And so this is the mid-70s, about 75, 76. Hasbro is still in business. Not Hasbro, but Kenner Toy is still in business. And Kenner came out with a new girder and panel set. Well, I was working at Stop and Shop, at my dad's Stop and Shop in Connecticut. He got me a job for that summer. And so I was working there, and I got off work, and I walked over to the Toys R Us that was there. And I walked in there, and I'm 17, 16, and I see they brand new girder and panel sets, Sears Tower. I said, oh my gosh. And I grabbed one, I bought one. Well, I got home with it. He says, Dad, my dad goes, you're still playing with toys? I go, Dad, this is a toy. That's what my dad he saw I was always playing with toys. He said, you still playing with toys? I go, Dad, this isn't a toy, this is a construction set. And so I'm in his house, I'm building this building, and his friends are coming over, and I'm saying, yeah, look at this girder and panel set. You build these buildings and everything. So 40 years later, or 30 years later, I'm sitting in my warehouse, or the shed down there. My dad comes over for the weekend, comes up from Myrtle Beach, and he comes in, he's sitting around, he's just sitting in the chair, and I've got all these toys from Irwin Toy just all over the shed. He goes, so this is what you do? You sell toys, don't you? I go, yes, Dad, I do. I sell toys. He goes, I don't understand. I don't understand how you can make a living. I said, Dad, it's no different than what you do. Yeah, it is. I build buildings. I go, yeah, I sell toys. I just sell toys. That's all I do. But girder and panel, oh man, I tell you, there's a toy I love. I got so much of it at the house. I got probably too much girder and panel. I just thought it was one of the neatest toys. Motorific is another cool. Man, if they came out with Motorific, not change a thing. Just come out with the original cars and come out with new designs. Come out with the same track. Just Motorific. Oh my gosh, they would have a hit. Oh my gosh, they would have such a hit. They would be able to sell all the different cars. The problem is with the toy industry is you only have two real big major manufacturers or retailers now, and that's Target and Walmart. And it's not enough for them to do the production runs that they have to do in China. And they're trying to get more market share, but they can't find it. I mean, Toys R Us was a big part, but I saw Toys R Us when I was in the Navy. I was working for them for my wife had her first child. They just didn't take care of the store. And they just started getting into so much junk. I mean, so much junk. And, but I had a lot of Matchbox 2s, so don't get me wrong. I had a lot of that Mac. Now, another car that we're very low on is this one right here. These are very low quantities. And when this is about all we have left. Matter of fact, this is all we have left of this car. It's not like I have cases of this left, guys. This is all we have left of that car. And here's another car that we're getting low of too. I never thought we'd be getting low of this one, but the club car, that's pretty sweet. And these two are very low quantities. Both of the Bel Airs. Both of the Bel Airs. Now we're going to be doing a video. So this weekend, Catherine is taking our youth from our church down to the Ark Encounter down in Kentucky. And we're going to be leaving at 2 o'clock on Friday to drive down there. I'm going to be doing some live videos and then we're going to do a live video at the Ark Encounter. And I'm going to tell you what my opinion on is the Ark. I don't believe the Ark looked like that Ark. Now, they can have a creative design. I think it was more looked like this. Just a long box, because they found out that really that is the best for large waves. It wouldn't tip over. It would just sit in the water. Anyway. All right, so we got those two cars, the Bel Air and the Flamed 55. Then we have the 2-packs. These have done pretty well, actually. These are beginning to slowly creep out of here. We're getting low on these, both these and these. These are my favorite. You know, these are the ones that I thought were going to sell the most, and they didn't at all. I was very disappointed. I probably should have done these individually in their own packaging instead of the Bel Air Heat. I still think these are beautiful looking cars. I don't care what anybody tells me. I think they did an excellent job painting these cars. These are just beautiful Auto World cars. It's just that for some reason, now, does that mean that they're never going to... No, they're selling. They're just not moving as fast as I would like. The gold one, yes, I like the gold one the best. And then... these were the last of the assortment. These all came out together. And we call these the Robert Fish. We even still have these up at the Robert Fish Special. There's all three cars in the Robert Fish Special. You got the Nomad, the Bel Air, and the Tinker Truck. This is when we co-sold stuff with Race Auto World, which was a bad idea. But we had to do this, which was back in 22. Boy, it's funny how things didn't go well as we wanted to back in 22. Oh, well. Those are the days. Those are the days, my friend, that we thought they'd never end. La da da da, la da 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 da. La da 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 da, la da 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 da. Those were the days. Those were the days. Anyways, you got Bel Air, a Nomad, and a truck. Now the truck, for some reason, people don't like the truck. Now, some people like the truck. I don't know why it didn't sell as much as this truck, which we only have 7 left. So if you haven't bought one of these trucks, you better get it now. Because sooner or later, they will be completely sold out. Even later on, if you want to get one, you're not getting one. That's why you need to get one of these now. I should have done the Betsy Ross flag on here, but some people like it there. I don't know what to do. But anyways, that is the F100 4-gear. Beautiful looking truck. Better. Nobody likes yellow, I think. I don't think Robert Fish well, Robert Fish, here's the problem with Robert Fish. See, Robert Fish, when we first opened back in 2020, he said he couldn't buy anything because he was broke. But he was still smoking like a sieve. And he would say, I'm smoking like... So I'm thinking, well, all the money that you saved on smoking, you could be putting into slot cars, Robert. I couldn't understand that. Now, these 4 cars, I don't understand it. You know, I've gone through this a million times. I've tried to understand, okay, why did these not sell as fast? And I'm finally beginning to think why these did not go as well. There's too much chrome on them. And I think that if I had gotten rid of all the chrome on these cars and just stuck with the black, I think I'd had a better run. But these are nice cars. It's basically CP 7817 through 7820. 17, 18, 19, and 20. Nomad, Bel Air, all 57s. People are going to want these 10 years from now. 5 years from now, there's only 1,008 of them made. I mean, these are nice, these 57s. Everybody that has these should buy another one today. Just for the fun of it. Just for the fun of making Mr. Young happy. Just go buy some more. Brian, that's not true. I spent all my kids' inheritance on buying slot cars from you when I was broke. Well, first of all, it's not their inheritance. I mean, I never could understand why you leave an inheritance to your kids, okay? What you know, shouldn't they be making their own fortune? What was I listening to? This billionaire, of course, he claims he's not a billionaire. He just gave a bunch of money to Trump. His father, I guess his grandfather was a banker or something, Newell or something. Anyway, his dad was a deadbeat. You know, he got all this money from his dad, and he was just like a playboy. Well, he didn't want any of that. He wanted to create, and so he got all this money from his dad, and he invested it in a railroad and turned the railroad company into a $600 million empire and then sold it. And he's giving all of his money to Trump. Good for you, Robert. Let's see. What did Robert say now? Robert, that's not true. I spent all my kids' inheritance on buying slot cars from you. Then I was broke. Yeah, the good old days. Only 6 chrome strips on the tailgate. Wrong. Only six chrome strips on the tailgate. Now, what is he talking about? Tailgate. Oh, you don't like the stripes? Yeah, you're probably right. They probably shouldn't have done that. Well, if they had chrome on them in the real cars. Let's see, he's still saying that, LOL, the COVID crap put a nail in the coffin. Economic went to crap. Well, hopefully the new Prime Minister, Polyev, can change things around, Robert. That's all I'm saying is, you got to get out. You got to get these people. Listen, if any of you believe in global warming, you really need to get your head out of the sand. Okay. Let me just make this very clear so everybody understands my stance. Okay. I do not believe in global warming, not one word of it. I don't believe that we've changed anything in the way of temperature in this world. It is cyclical. I remember as a child in high school or in elementary school in 1972 that we were headed to an ice age and that by 1980 we'd be dead. So, I don't want to hear about global warming and that we're ruining the coast and the seawaters. If the seawaters are gradually so much, why did Obama bill buy that Nantucket home on the coast? If it's supposed to be underwater in 10 years, that's not very good investment. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Okay, now the next car, which is very low on. For some reason, we just sold too many of these, and all of a sudden, we're out of them. The bad man. And there's some UPS here. Go get UPS, Sarah. Okay. That's a bad man. We're almost out of that. Now, here is a 2-pack that... I don't know why these didn't sell. Not that we have a lot of them. We're getting low on them. But there's just some things you just like, okay, Brian, why? Well, I know why they're not selling, okay? I should have come out with 1 to 2, maximum 3 cars a year. 1 every 3 months or 4 months. That's what I should have done. 1 car every 4 months, and boom, we're done. I decided to come out with 44 cars. I decided to come out with 44 cars in 24 months, which, whoa, Brian, that was kind of stupid. Yes, it was stupid, but you know what? It's been a lot of fun, but it's all paid for. Everything that we own now, we've paid for. You guys have helped us pay all of our bills, and everything is paid for.
Yeah, just set it right in the door here. Right here? Yep. All right. We'll take care of it.
Want me to take these?
Yeah, are you coming back later today?
It doesn't show that I am, but maybe.
Yeah, because normally at 4 o'clock they come back at 4.
Okay,
Yeah, we're not usually a stop, but the guy that's usually on our route just stops anyway because we have a lot.
How much stuff we have?
If it brings me back into Wayne, I will stop.
Okay.
I'm not sure what it's doing. I've never driven this route, so I don't know what it's going to do.
All righty.
I have no idea yet, but if it takes me back in here, I'll stop for you.
All right.
Thank you. You guys have a good one.
You too.
Leave that, I gave that to Daniel. Don't touch that till Daniel gets here. I don't know where he is. I'm the only one that does anything around here. And that is my Bel Airs. Maybe I just came out with too many Bel Airs at one time. I think so, maybe. I mean, these are nice. I mean, look at those. Aren't those nice looking? I mean, come on, man. I mean, come on, man. Now listen, let me tell you something right now. Come on, man. I just want to tell you, okay, that these are really nice cars, okay? But they're really nice. Nice blue and pearl, but not factory. Yeah, they had blue Bel Airs. I will show you the cost eroding. Let's see. True Dr. X-ray. Kids these days don't relate to most of these cars. Real problem is that the cars people of certain, like the 50 cars Dad actually owned. Well, here's what I'm telling you. So if General Motors came out with these two cars right now, exactly the way they look, okay, with just a little bit of modernization, but when you would look at that, you would say, wow, that looks like a 55 Bel Air, okay? I guarantee you that both of these cars, the Nomad and the Bel Air, would be top sellers at Chrysler or at Chevy if they came out with these two cars. Why do they keep... Here's a question for you to answer. Why do they keep the Mustang looking like the Mustang all the time? When did you see, or when have you ever seen an Impala the way it looked like the Impala back in 1960s? Why is the Mustang the only car, and well, the Camaro, they did the Camaro and the Charger. They tried to make them look like those, okay? Why not the 55 Bel Air? You could make that 55 Bel Air look just like that, okay? Nice chrome bumper. If you don't want to do chrome, do a plastic chrome, okay? Heavy duty. I don't know how that would work, but I think you could. I don't tell me you can't do something. I am so sick and tired of people saying we can't do it. That's bull crap. We're in America. We're the country that landed a man on the moon, not just once, but 5 times. We're the country we're a country that millennials believe that it's a flat earth. I have 2 sons that are nutcases about that believe that we're a flat earth. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Either they're idiots or it's a bit and they're just trying to spin me up. I haven't decided yet on what that really is. Okay? I mean, you either have to be an idiot or it's a bit. Okay? Either or they're just trying to piss me off all the time. Okay? So that's really the scope of it. And now we have, and this is why I call this vehicle my favorite vehicle of all my cars that I've ever done. Okay, of all my cars that I've ever done, this is my favorite car of all time. You can take this to the bank and you could smoke this until it's gone. But this is my most favorite vehicle, and it's because of the looks. I remember it as a kid. It was just everywhere in America in the 1960s. Now, did it have this vehicle? No, it didn't. Okay. So this is just a modern renderization or a rendering of that car. Okay. And that is the Mayflower vehicle. Mayflower. I mean, just look at this. This just spells beauty. I mean, look at this. The yellow it just says, I want you. I want you to be home with my cars. I want you to be with me at home, and I just want to be a part of your family. And that is what the Mayflower. I think Auto World did a great job with this. I remember calling Craig on this one. I said, hey, can you do the Mayflower? He goes, I don't know if we have the license. I go, yeah, you do. You have the license for doing the Mayflower model kit. He goes, really? Yeah. He goes, well, I'll check it. They come back, oh, yeah, we do the Mayflower. I said, I want the Mayflower. Yabba dabba doo. We did the Mayflower. Mayflower. And you know what? I'm the only one that has the Mayflower. I got about 200 of them left. Okay. Now, if you want to buy cases of them at a time, I'll give you a special club member and and YouTube buyer's discount. But you have to call me personally on my cell phone. Not my yellow cell phone, but you have to call me on my private cell phone. This is my secret cell phone. Like, for example, if I have conversations with my mistress, and I don't have a mistress, but if I if I have to make conversation with little Mackie there, okay? Look at this kid. Isn't he the cutest thing on earth? Oh yeah, this is the video I did of him. Yeah, that's when Ryan and Daniel were. Whew. That's my little video of Max. So if you want to call me on my, yes, my mistress left me. Well, I never had a mistress, but she would have left me anyways. So this is my private cell phone. That phone number is, I think it's 419-552-1766. So that's the phone you call me on if you want to have conversations about buying stuff that you don't want anybody else to know that you are buying it at that price, okay? You sound like Bill Clinton. That's well, now listen, come on now, man. I mean, I'm just telling you this. American people, they have to understand one thing. I did not have relationship with that woman, Monica Lewinsky. I want people to be very clear. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Do you understand? I hope you do, because I'm not going to say it again. Because I don't think they want to know that their president is a pervert, number one. Well, my name is Ronald Reagan. And nearly 44 years ago, I was elected president of these United States. I won in a landslide. And I know I not only won a landslide in 1980, but in 1984, I won another landslide. But something happened after that landslide. We started raising taxes because my vice president, George Bush, didn't listen to Reagan. He got in office and started raising taxes. And that's what happened. When you raise taxes, that's how you screw up a country. And he didn't listen to me. That's right, I didn't listen to him. Should have listened. Shouldn't have raised taxes, because then Bill Clinton came along. Then you had George. Then you had Ross Perot. I'm Ross Perot here. Okay, now listen here. I'm Ross Perot. See, I can't do any of these voices really correctly anymore because of my denture. Okay? Now, if I take out my denture, I can do a little bit. My name's Ross Perot, see? But now I don't. Now you can tell me I don't have my top teeth in anymore. I kind of go like that. I gumming it. I'm a gumming it here, people. Now I'm not telling you right now, but read mine. That's right. Read my lips. No new taxes. And what did he do? He raised taxes. That's right. My name is well, come on now. My name is what's that guy's name there? I'll get it.
Okay.
How many times are you gonna walk on that wall?
Until it's done.
Protinkertoys.com can help you create these. Yes, please, go right ahead. Yes, Cleveland, go ahead. Yes. Yes. Well, none of the Scale Electric don't make digital cars. They make, but they make. I have all the chips for them. I'll most 90% of the cars accept chips. There's about 5 cars that don't accept chips. All you just go to online and you just type in number C. Yeah, they're all on C. You just type in C, yeah, just the letter C, and then all the cars will show up. No, just type in C. If you go on the website and type in C, all the cars should pull up. Hold on, let me see here. Let me see. Hold on, let's see. Let's see here. Well, we're doing a live stream now every day. We do yeah, we're live right now. Yeah, we're live all the time, baby. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. What's going on? Come on, man. Now listen. Listen, now listen. I want you to listen to me very carefully. Now come on, man. All right. Come on, man. I'm trying to listen very carefully now. Real careful. Yeah, real quiet now. Real quiet. Yeah, type in C and then the number 3, because a lot of the cars started with the number C3 and maybe C3 and then C4, because now they're in the 4,000. So type in C3 and then C4 and then all the cars will show up. All right? Well, I mean, it's going to be. Well, I mean, they're on sale now. We already have them discounted, okay? But there's even a bigger discount if you buy larger quantities of them. Okay? Well, it's just hard to buy these cars at these prices. I just can't sell them. I mean, other places sell them. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're not wanting to make any money on it. And I'm not that type of person. I'd rather take my money in Scale Electric and take all that money and invest it in SCX and bring SCX in, honestly. Really?
Brian when he's done about his golf cart. Thank you, though.
Uh-huh. No, I know. All righty. Yes. Well, we're gonna be pushing it big time later this year, maybe next year. That's what we want to do. No, I understand. That's why we still have Scale Electric. Just get Scale Electric. We're gonna still push it. Okay. All righty. Bye. Okay, Andy, what's the deal?
Golf cart's out here. He's revived. Got it plugged in for close to 2 days now or whatever after getting it where it would take a charge.
Okay.
It still shows like a 5 amp pull on that charger. I don't know how normal that is, but it scoots. So.
What do you mean 5 amp charge?
Whenever you plug your charger into
yeah.
It still shows a 5 amp draw on that gauge. So it's still trying to charge even after all that time. I don't know how abnormal that is. I'm not that familiar with golf cart chargers.
Oh, okay.
So that might be nothing.
All righty.
What happened to the Jeep?
We don't know what happened. All of a sudden, she pulls in and it doesn't work. Now, they tried to tow it last night.
Right.
They couldn't get it in. They lifted up the thing to get it in reverse. That didn't. He says there's something underneath that's a lockage or something that's locking it into gear or something.
It still sits down there?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, whatever you guys can do. She doesn't have. That's her car for work. Okay. I mean, I know you guys are stressed out and everything, but we need to get that. And then I don't know what's going on with the Mini Cooper. I mean, all of a sudden I just fill it up on Saturday and it doesn't run.
All right.
I don't know if it's a fuel. Somebody said it might be a fuel pump.
Okay. We'll see.
All righty.
Chance, and yeah, I guess we'll see if maybe we can get batteries and go down and Stick them in the driveway. And
Well, they said he already had a battery from AAA.
Yeah.
He tried to charge it in both places. Under
Yeah.
the.
I was putting power to both places, that tiny battery
Yeah.
and the main one.
Yeah, underneath the passenger
And
seat.
it still wasn't
Run.
enough to jump it, but I could get it to crank. When I first went down there, it was just flickering and acting really stupid. That ignition switch, it acted like it was an accessory, and that screen, the dash was just flashing.
Well, now it wasn't running at all. Now it's not doing anything.
Right. And when it took me hooking the jumper to the little battery, and that straightened that out, but it wouldn't crank because it didn't have main battery. So I hooked jumper cables to main battery, and I could get like half a crank. I could just get it to go.
Would you need a more powerful
I think it's probably that we need a real battery in it. I think that battery is just such a black hole. So that would be what I would do first, I think.
Alrighty.
So,
well, whenever you can move on.
but
that,
I'll tell Dave
all right.
it still sits down there and
Yep.
see if there's anything we
All
can
right.
do with it.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Okay, money is still tight these days, not getting any better yet. No, I mean, you're not going to get any better, Robert Fish. I'm sorry. When you have a socialist that's really a communist, I mean, I could pussyfoot around it or tap dance around the fact that Trudeau is really a communist at heart. I mean, he really believes the government should be in control of everything and that we just give you what you need to survive. And I'm sorry, that's just not, that's not something I think is a good idea. Now, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was talking to that guy about Scale Electric. Okay, so we have that done. Well, today was going to be just a short show. It's supposed to be for an hour. It's supposed to be from 11 to 12. Well, I've gone over by a half hour. Tonight, Daniel and I are we're going to be pulling all the cars for the auction tomorrow. And we're supposed to be doing a pulling. I'm going to be pulling all these cars so you guys can see which cars that we're going to be in auction. I think we should do it next weekend because of the Republican convention tonight. What do you guys think? You think it'd be better to do it next Thursday than this Thursday? Anybody have an opinion? Same in the U.S. though. Biden has carried the same. No, I listened. I totally check phone. Which phone? I can't check this phone because I'm doing a live stream on it. You have to send anything to this phone. Next time I've got to do the live stream on this phone. I didn't get anything on this phone. Well, I can't get on this live stream. Well, I could go real quick. Let's see here. No, I don't want to pause it. So that's it about everything. We have about 6 cars left of the Those are the Eldon cars. Well, I think we've had a good show. My pool water is still foggy, and I'm just going to let it be foggy and let the kids swim in. If they want to swim it, they can. I'm not going to waste any more money on it. I put more chemicals in the thing. I'm just going to let it sit. And it's blue. At least it's blue. It's a clear blue, or not clear, but it's blue. It's just smoky. It's like what you've done is, it's like you've taken and poured a gallon of milk in it. It's just cloudy after about 3 inches. I'm not going to put any more into it, okay? Well, guys, I want to thank everybody for watching our live streams today. I have a city council meeting tonight from 7 to 8. I might do something from 6 to 7. Well, that'd be 6 to 6:45. I got to be at council meeting at 7 o'clock. But you'll see it come up on your. If I'm going live, you'll see it come up. Normally, it's about a 30-minute notification. You'll get a notification that I'm going live. Okay. So we're going to be driving down on Friday around 2 o'clock to the Ark Encounter, and then on Saturday we're going to do a live of going to the Ark all day, and then Sunday there's another Ark journey that we're doing. I'm doing all the cooking, so I'm going to do a live stream of me making breakfast Saturday morning. So be ready for that. Adam was supposed to attend, but I think he's chickened out. Anyway, so we will see you guys tonight or tomorrow morning.